More of the music you love on Flow FM with JJ Abrams' daughter Gracie and her new song called Mess It Up. Well, in some Flow arts news, the federal government is providing $35 million to two support programs for people working in the arts sector under sustained pressure due to COVID-19, and they've been under a lot of pressure over the last 12 months. A charity for musicians, performers and crew will receive $20 million funding boost as calls for help spike on the back of the COVID-19 lockdowns. Now, Support Act, they're a wonderful organisation and they provide grants of up to $2,700 and also a counselling service which is available 24/7 to those in the music industry suffering from hardship and the difficulties that COVID-19 has brought upon them. Their website, in case you'd like to know some bit more information about them, and even some of the events that they've got coming up, like a conflict resolution event which they've got coming up this week on Friday, supportact.org.au, supportact.org.au. Now, the charity, it is broadening its scope to include support for artists, production and tech crews right across the wider arts sector. Federal Arts Minister Paul Fletcher said yesterday when he announced the funding increase along with a $15 million boost in sustainability measures for arts organisations to stay afloat during the pandemic. He said the challenges faced by those in the arts and the entertainment sector are affecting the mental health of many in the industry. Yes, they've been saying that for quite some time too. That's why charities like Support Act, he adds, are crucial to this time, and they are indeed. Now, Support Act has provided 4,500 grants totalling over $10.9 million since the start of August. The counselling service, it has also completed 1,700 hours with people in the music industry as well. The Morrison government has come under a bit of fire of late too for not doing enough to support the arts sector, which has been ravaged by all the restrictions going on at the moment right across the country. The coalition argues, though, it has provided $475 million through its Creative Economy COVID support measures since the pandemic started. Not much of that actually filtered to those in the arts industry, though. We should really be pointing that out, Mr. Morrison. The arts industry, it does generate around $4.2 billion, or around 5% of GDP. But I think the thing is, there are many little owners within the arts industry. It's not like the mining industry, and not picking on the mining industry, but just pointing out that there is limited owners in that industry. So it's easier to control what goes on. But when you've got the arts industry with so many involved, it can make it harder. And just as an interest, the arts industry employs around 110,000 people, mining around 150,000. But they do generate a lot of income and a lot of money to our bottom line of our GDP. The arts collectively, it is good for all of us. It really is. It's good for our national and also our cultural identity. And many a society, it is judged by its arts. But it's also a very subjective industry. What I like, you may not. Some like opera, some don't. Some like going to the theatre, some don't. Some like PlayStation games, some don't. It's the way it is. And I think we're starting to really comprehend that our government isn't really fond of the arts unless there is something in it for them. That's what I feel. And also that it is favourable towards them. Anything critical, and they don't want to know it. They just want to avoid it, which you kind of think is a bit harsh, but I do understand it. I do get it. That's the way politics is played these days. And when it comes down to the arts, I think, well, the best way to sum it up is the way John Cleese said it when he was playing the role of the Pope in the famous Monty Python Michelangelo sketch, when he said, "I don't know much about art, but I know what I like."